just a quick welcome intro to the Red Arrows build. So those that are familiar with the channel last night will know I've been painting the Spitfire here. I just wanted to officially start this because I want it out before Christmas done. Because some people might get these for Christmas, so I want them to be able to build it without worry and with some tips and that, hopefully, in case I get stuck. Now, obviously I'm not a master model maker. I'm not even beginning to scratch the surface of being as good as any of the half decent ones on here, but I will be able to build this, I will be able to finish it, and it might give some ideas, might give some guidance to those who are looking for it. I realise other channels may have done this kit with the same intent, and each one of us will give a different way of doing it. So, you know, the glue, cutting bits out, cleaning them up and putting them together, the glue and everything might be the same, but some of the other bits we do might be a bit different. So yeah, I'm making a start, so hope you enjoy the series as it progresses. So, you have arrived at the moment where you've got your brand new Airfix Hawk starter set in 1/32 scale. You're very excited, includes a stand, exciting box art to look at, and yeah. But you're going to need a couple of tools. Now it does include poly cement, a paintbrush and some paint in the box. Right, first up I'm going to ignore those. I'm going to tell you right now we're going to be ignoring the paints that come with it. And also we're missing a vital bit here on the aircraft, which we're going to have to address really. Now they're very cleverly not showing you on the box art, okay, but they have shown you here. See that? That's there's the arrow underneath the white arrow. So I will put that on. So if you want to have a go at that, I'll show you how to do it. If not, then you can just build as it comes. You can use the paints. Personally, I find this gloss doesn't travel well in the tiny pots. Doesn't do well at all. So that's the one I would recommend most replacing. Okay. So totally unopened, but so you are going to need some other tools, and those are. That's my magic bag. So you're going to want some primer of some sort. So primer helps acrylic paint stick. There's a priming agent in it, helps the paint stick to the model. Now potentially you're going to want to get some different glue. Now depending how serious you become in the hobby, you can stick to using this one if you want to. See what I did there? The one that comes in here, that will do you. It will put the model together. Just be very, very gentle how hard you squeeze it. Practice on a piece of card. You have plenty to do it. So just a little bit of card or something, just practice. Just gently controlling it, okay? Or you can use a cocktail stick to apply it. Put a bit down and just apply. Just get better application. These two have brushes on them, so I'll be using these. Obviously, I'll be using my normal tools. Sprue cutters, clippers, whatever you want to call them, to cut the parts out. Okay. Now, the next one, you've got a colour options. Now, I'll be using my main one, which is a scalpel, but that's not suitable for most of you. You know, if you're youngsters and everything, so a file. Now this one's way too abrasive for what you want, but there are look for nail files. They'll do you nicely. Okay, they're much more safe to use. And obviously a paintbrush. There's a paintbrush in there, as I say, and actually the Airfix starter set paintbrush is a bad one. And some paint, of course, but yes. So some other tools I will be using in this is masking tape. Now this is Tandy masking tape, because again, I'm building this for my own display as well. I want it to look as good as I can make it, so I'll be using my normal stuff, as I say. That's a sanding sponge. For the placement of the markings, the transfers, or decals you may see them referred to as, the standard in water onto the airplane will do you for your first kit, if that's, you know, you just want to get a kit built. There's nothing wrong with that at all. but if you do get more into the hobby, these are two products I can recommend investing in, Microset and Margasol. And in this video you'll see how to use those as well. Okay, so you'll see the full thing regardless of your ability. You'll be able to put the kit together, and you'll also have a video reference. You'll know it's the Red Arrows Hawk, where you get to see it all, how to do it. So if you decide you like this and you want to have a go at something else, expand your interest in the hobby or your involvement with the hobby further, then you know where to come. Basically, that's the idea. Okay, so let's get the box open and get started. Why not? So, episode 1 here is introduction and look at the kit, and in part 2 we'll get to the actual building part. Okay, so let's just show you what you get in the box. It says your paint brush, your paints, and your cement. As I say, it's only the brush I'm going to keep out of that and use again myself. So you know, that's that. So once it's used, Red Arrows Hawk, you get some information on the aircraft here, speed and everything. It's really cool. Tells you a bit about it. Well worth reading those. Now in this one, you do get before you start, and you see it tells you all the stuff. See, I forgot scissors. I did forget scissors. We just used a pair, but yeah, scissors are there. That's pretty good actually. Not bad. Little quick reference guide. Pretty good at Airfix. Well done. See, I'm trying to do this because, as from the point of view of you folks, you know that this is, you won't have seen inside the box or anything yet. And then here's the transfers. Okay, so put them somewhere safe and leave the tape over them. Now I see no instrument panel there, so we're not going to have too much detail in the cockpit to do anything. Just put them somewhere safe. Okay, so your instruction sheet. I'm sure if it's Christmas Day you get this. Before you build it, you're going to be probably looking at the interior of this kit a long time if you're excited. But we'll go through as I would go. This is how I do every kit. Look at the instructions first. So it actually gives you a sprue map. It tells you where all the parts are coming from and what colours to paint them. So 64 here. Which one 64 is, but yes, that practice assembly. That's a good thing. We'll do that. So you see, it's actually quite a quick kit to put together. Shows you where to glue in yellow, which is really nice. No pilots for this in-flight aircraft. Oh dear, come on Airfix. I'm definitely going to do a second one of these after this and do a proper Hawk in a scheme I like. And I don't care for the current Red Arrow scheme, but I thought this was an important one to do this type of video. So you got a choice here of wheels down and wheels up. They've done it nice and simplified for you. Oh, we're doing wheels up, of course. Oh no, they have included the pilot right at the end. There we are. See, read the instructions. This is why we do it. That's good. They include 2, and then technically the one in back should be a blue, not a red. But I'm not going to put him in because, or them in because I want the red pilot to be flying the aircraft, because I'm going to put some smoke coming out the nozzles at the back to try and part disguise this stand of ours here. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. Right, and then we've got the plastic itself. So using our scissors again, we're going to cut this open and have a look. Okay, so there we go. So in this separate bag we've got the canopy transparency there. Okay. There's our 2 fuselage halves, so you get an idea of the size of the Hawk. This is in inches along here, centimetres at the bottom, but these squares are inch square, so it gives you an idea of the size. Use a ruler. There's our stand, which unfortunately is a solid colour. I would have liked the stand to be, this bit's alright, but I'd like the stand to be clear. gives the illusion of flight that bit better. But no worries, we'll do work with what we've got. So there's only 4 sprues, including the transparency. There's the wing. Comes in 2 halves. You got the bottom half and the top half, which does include a bit of the bottom as well. Notice no ailerons moulded on the lower side of the wing here. And I'm not going to go into scribing and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to build that as it comes, but it does give me thoughts of how I'm going to display the aeroplane. I might have it banked away, so actually you won't see the underside that much. But yes, so that is a look at what you get in the kit. A well introduction and welcome to what you get in the kit. So yeah, look forward to part 2 next week. I'll film it next Thursday and get that uploaded. Till then, stay safe, be well, and bye for now.